Autumn's really getting going now. We're heading, where's my wavy arm? Over to the woodland behind me there. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but the leaves are really starting to change colour now. And we are out on the transition scout again. I bled my brakes during the week and put some sintered pads in, so hopefully there won't be any squealing, even though I did get hydraulic oil all over my discs and pads, so I had to do a bit of decontamination there. Ooh, a floodle. So during the week we had a lot of stormy weather, probably rained about 50% of the time. Yeah, hailstones, thunder and lightning, a lot. But this is unpopular opinion of mine. I actually prefer changeable wet weather. Morning. I don't want to look like an idiot talking to the camera. Yeah, I actually, since probably mid-March, we've had dry and dusty trails. So we had 5 months of that, and I actually find that quite boring. So I'm quite happy that we got some rain. Makes the trails interesting again. Oop. Right, let's climb up to where everything starts to get fun. Now I'm not saying, let's do my shock. Right, let's get going. Right, I'm not saying that I want to ride down a river of mud, but what I am saying is I want a bit of variety in my riding. 5 months of dry and dusty marbles gets a bit boring. I'd like it to be a bit different, like today. It's not puddly wet, but it's wet enough on the ground to be entertaining and fun. And the wet tree roots give you something to think about. Big believer in when it's wet you actually learn something. Get your skills together when it's wet. Oh, that was fun. Back to the top. Oh, second trail of the day. So when it's dry, you can just plough over stuff. You know there's going to be grip. But when it's wet like this, you have to think a bit more. Plan ahead, unweight the bike to get over roots, stuff like that. Really think about where you're placing the wheels. Look up there. Up. Won't be taking that straight line there, because when you do that you're not learning anything, in my opinion. Breaking balance. Also, first few runs when it's wet, you're gauging how much grip there is as well. Right, next trail, and one of my favourites. Because we've gone fatally from dry to wet, it takes a while to get the feel back for riding in these sort of conditions. It's so damp today that if you brush against a bush you get a soaking. Oh, there we go. Push down the camber by the roots. Right now. Oh, that was a bit messy, but we survived. Oh, a little bit overgrown through here. Right, now straight down to the braking bumps. Woohoo! There they are. Boing. Those trees come up quick. Oh, lovely. Back to the top. Right. Had a moment of doubt whether the camera is running or not then. Hopefully it is. Otherwise I'll be doing this again. Whoa! Oh, mess that up. And that, because now I'm not clipped in. In fact, that was so terrible I am going to go back up and start again. Right. Second time lucky at this. Made a right hash of that last time. Hopefully under the tree there. Right. Yeah, so braking bumps there, but the problem where people are missing out and taking the chicken line, when you drop down there you're instantly into the braking bumps, and then getting out of them to get where you want to be is tricky. Whoa! See, you don't get that sort of slidey fun in the dry. Oh, that was a mess. Brain acclimatisation. Just getting used to how much you need to move your body around to maintain the direction you want to go. Woohoo! For that fun. Yeah. Not very quick, but very fun. Right, little sprint up here, and back to the top. This wasn't here on my last run, so either this is just rotten and fallen over, or Stickman's been out. Every individual trail area has probably their own Stickman who likes to lay booby traps on the trails, not knowing that all you do is just ride over them or bunny hop over them. There we go, cleared. Talking of bad weather, although it's perfectly still and calm at the moment, there is a storm due to head in and start at about midday. So I think I'm going to do one more run and then start riding my way back home. Let's finish on what can be a little bit of a pedally one. Way. Ooh. There we go. So usually, as soon as it starts to get wet, my mileage reduces significantly from probably averaging about 120 miles a week down to probably about 75 miles a week, and start to focus on fun and quality rather than outright mileage. Start to ride more stuff like this. Hopefully I can find my way around this trail. It's got so many offshoots on it now. It's quite hard to do the same one twice, or do what you intended. Not that way. Right. Let's go here, round here. Right. The one we want. This one's a real festival of off-camberiness. Now the real off-camber starts. Whoa. Right. Yeah. Dig the edge of that tyre in as much as possible over these roots. And then, whoa. Yes. Oh. It's cold enough today for the old winter sniffles that I normally only get when it's really cold. There we go. Down there and down here. A little bit of a squeaky back brake Maybe I didn't clean all the oil off it as well as I could have done. Sniff. Right, now I'm going to head home for an egg banjo, if you know you know, and a massive cup of coffee, and then I'm going to relax watching the MotoGP at Misano this afternoon. Thank you for watching, and see you again soon. Bye.